Lesson 5, Mutually Exclusive Events, Part 1. So mutually exclusive means when two events can occur at the same time, or they can't occur at the same time. So they're completely separate from one another. So if you roll a 5 on a dice and then you roll an 8 on a dice, they're completely mutually exclusive to each other because it doesn't matter what you get on your first roll. It's like starting over brand new for your second roll. So, you're playing Jumanji and you need to roll a 5 or an 8 to get your friend out of the jungle. So, first we're going to do the table of outcomes with the sums. So if you take 1 and 1 and add them together, you get 2. If you take 1 and 2, you add them together, you get 3. So just fill out the rest of this table, pause the video first, and fill this out. So this is how many ways you can make sums with two dice. So, first we're going to figure out what is the probability that you will get your friend out of the jungle on the next turn. Determine the odds for and against. So we need to get a sum of 5 or a sum of 8. So in order to get a sum of 5, that can happen 1, 2, 3, 4 different ways. So sum of 5 can happen in 4 different ways. The sum of 8 can happen in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways. Yes, I missed a row. So the sum of 8 can happen in 5 ways. So our favorable ways would be 9. And in total, there's 36 different sums. So our probability is 9 over 36. Not getting a sum of 5 or 8 would be the same as, let's do this here, not 5. Let's go not 5 and not 8. Would be the same as 36 minus 9, which is 27. So our odds in favor of getting your friend out of the jungle is 9 to 27. Our odds against are 27 to 9. So, I mean, you don't have very good chances there to get him out of the jungle, so you best be playing because no one wants to live in a jungle for that long. We've all seen the movie. Okay, part C. Is rolling a 5 or an 8 mutually exclusive event? Explain. So to get the sum of a 5 and the sum of an 8 is mutually exclusive because you can't get a 5 and an 8 at the same time. So it's completely separate from each other because they don't overlap in any way. Part D asks if you roll doubles, you get another turn. So what's the probability of getting to go on another turn? So the way we have doubles is 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 5 and 5, and 6 and 6. So the probability of doubles is 6 out of 36, which is 1 in 6 chance. So you have a 1 in 6 chance of getting doubles and getting to go again. Part E, would the probability of rolling doubles or the sum of 5 and 8 be mutually exclusive? So, because right here we have an overlap, you can roll a sum of 8 and it's also a double. This is not mutually exclusive. And if you were to think of it as a Venn diagram, there would be an overlap area. So that means it's not mutually exclusive. So example 2, determine the probability from example 1 that you would roll a 5, 8, or doubles using the outcome table. Determine the odds for and the odds against. So first let's just make a little Venn diagram. So we're going to make this one doubles, and we're going to make this one 4s and 8s. So we already know that there's 9 ways to make 4 and 8s, and there's 6 ways to make doubles. Except we also know that there's one way that we can get doubles and get a sum of 8, and that was, of course, 4 plus 4. So that means that there's 8 ways to only get 4 and only get 8, and there's 5 ways to only get doubles. So to determine these numbers, we can always remember the fundamental counting principle. So we have the n, the number of the overlap, s or d. So s or d is equal to the number of s plus the number of d. I don't know why I'm using s and d. Oh, sum. I get it. So s is sum, d is doubles, plus the number of double minus sum and doubles. So what we want to find right now is this little outside area. How many ways can you not have this happen? So we know that the sum or doubles, let's write this over here, I don't know what I'm doing, is equal to n of s, so we know there's 9 things in our sums. There's 9 ways to get a sum, and there's 6 ways to get a double, and we minus the 1 way to get both. So altogether, there's 14 ways to get in this area right here. We know our total number is 36. There's 36 ways. So to find out our outside number, the blue number, we take 36 minus 14, which is 22. So there's 22 ways that you can't go doubles and you can't get a sum of 5 and 8. So if we want to do the odds for getting both, we would go, there's 14 ways in favor and 22 against, and the odds against would be 22 to 14. And if we wanted to find the probability of both, I guess I could write that. So sums and doubles, sum or doubles, you could get either or, is 14 out of 36. So there's our probabilities and our odds for and against.